You know they're hurting you, but somehow you just can't walk away. You tell yourself, I have to let go. But then, one text, one apology, and all your strength collapses. If that sounds familiar, you might not be in love. You might be trapped in a trauma bond. It's not just a bad relationship. It's a survival mechanism gone wrong, where pain begins to feel like safety. Psychologists call this trauma bonding, a bond formed when love, fear, and pain get so tangled together, you can't tell which is which anymore. According to the National Domestic Violence Hotline, nearly 49% of people who've been in toxic relationships have shown signs of trauma bonding without even realizing it. In this video, I'll show you 7 clear signs to recognize whether you're truly in love or just bound by pain. Sign 1. The cycle of highs and lows. One day they love you, hold you, and tell you you're their everything. The next day, they go cold, distant, or disappear without a trace. And just when you're ready to leave, they return, soft, warm, apologetic, as if nothing ever happened. You melt again, believing it's passion, but it isn't. It's emotional addiction. Your brain has learned to fight for love instead of feeling safe in love. Each reunion floods your body with dopamine, the same chemical rush as a drug. You think it's happiness, but it's really the high of survival, clinging to scraps of affection and calling it love. Sign 2. You keep rationalizing their behavior. When they hurt you, your first instinct is to defend them. They're just stressed. They didn't mean it. They've been hurt before. I should understand. You say these things not because you don't see the problem, but because you're afraid to face the truth that the person you love might not be who you thought they were. Every time they repeat the same mistake, you whisper, they'll do better next time. But that next time never comes. And slowly, you become the protector of the very person who's breaking you, out of fear of losing them, not love for who they are. Sign 3. You feel empty without them. You think you miss them, but really you miss the feeling of having them there, even when it hurts. When they're silent, you don't just feel lonely. You feel like your world is collapsing. You don't know what to do, who you are, or where to go. That's not love. It's emotional withdrawal. Like an addict craving their fix, your brain craves their chaos, because it's been wired to believe that peace only comes from the one who caused the storm. But real peace never comes from the person who taught you fear. You've just forgotten how it feels to live without tension. Sign 4. They give, then take it away. They know exactly when to show affection. When you're weakest, when you're longing for warmth, they offer the very thing you crave. A touch, an apology, a look that says, I care. And the moment you start to trust again, they pull it away. You're left confused, anxious, wondering what you did wrong. It's not random. It's control through emotional chaos. Each silence triggers panic. Each return brings relief. And before you realize it, you're trapped, not by chains, but by hope, fear, and guilt. You stop trusting your instincts and start living in a gray zone, forever waiting for their love to feel safe again. Sign 5. You feel responsible for their emotions. When they're sad, you feel it's your job to make them happy. When they're angry, you wonder, what did I do wrong? You tiptoe around them, avoiding anything that could upset them. Without noticing, you start carrying their emotional weight. You begin to believe that their happiness is your duty, and when you can't fix them, you feel guilty, ashamed, even worthless. That's what happens when you lose your boundaries, when you can no longer tell where your emotions end and theirs begin. In a trauma bond, you keep trying to be enough, hoping love will heal them. But healing doesn't come from self-erasure, it comes from freedom. Sign 6. You fear losing them more than losing yourself. You stop speaking up because you're scared to lose them. You swallow your pain, pretending everything's fine. You accept less and less until nothing of you remains. Bit by bit, you shape yourself into someone they'll approve of. Quieter, softer, smaller. Until one day, you look in the mirror and don't recognize who you've become. When loving someone costs you your identity, it's no longer love, it's self-destruction. You're not living for yourself anymore, only surviving within the limits they set. That's the cruelest truth of trauma bonding. You're not imprisoned by them, but by your own fear of losing them. Sign 7. You keep hoping they'll change. You hold on to that hope like a lifeline. Every time they hurt you, you remember the moments they were kind. Every time they disappear, you tell yourself, they just need time. You cling to those rare moments of softness, calling them proof that change is possible. But that hope is the very chain that keeps you there. Because people who truly want to change don't make you beg for kindness. They don't need you to suffer for their healing. When you believe that today's pain is the price for tomorrow's peace, you're deceiving yourself, and the trauma bond has already done its job. It made you love the very person who broke you. Pause for a moment. Do you feel calm around them, or like you're always one wrong word away from chaos? When you're vulnerable, do they listen, or make you feel small for feeling too much? Can you say no without fear of punishment, silence, or abandonment? And if they left today, would you fear loneliness or losing control? If your chest tightens at these questions, listen to that feeling. If more than two make you hesitate, you're not in love. You're surviving a trauma bond. The only way out isn't running. It's facing the truth you've been avoiding. Some people cannot be saved, and sometimes the bravest kind of love is letting go. Stop trying to fix them. Stop waiting for them to understand. You weren't born to heal others while you're still bleeding. Healing doesn't begin when you walk away. It begins when you return to yourself, to your body, your boundaries, your worth. These 7 signs aren't just red flags. They're mirrors, showing what your soul has been enduring. A trauma bond doesn't kill you all at once. It erodes you slowly. Each time you stay silent to keep the peace. Each time you stop believing you deserve healthy love. The tragedy isn't losing them. It's losing yourself while trying to keep them. If these words hit something deep inside you, leave a black heart below. No story, no explanation needed. Just a sign that you're still here, still breathing, still trying, still learning to walk out of that rain, the one you no longer want to drown in.